Yeah, some of these businesses, man, they try to get people out. I feel bad, like but some company here where I work, you know what I mean? They pay their driver $18 an hour. I'm thinking like $18 an hour.
Oh no, I couldn't even do that.
Yeah, I said, oh, that is good. I would not do that. And I had to go and go to McDonald's. And
It's week 16 of the 2026 season, and we get to watch Nico Collins, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Texans and the Eagles coming up next.
Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to Space City and NRG Stadium, right next to where the old Astrodome sits, here in Houston, Texas. With a very excited Brock. Kaimi Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And we're off and running from Houston. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
And he wonders, he's about to take his first snap today. Yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great. No interceptions. But just the one touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
Hurts comes out throwing. That's caught by Hollywood Brown. And he goes out of bounds after taking it up to the 40. That play good for 17 and a first down. Only took him one play partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. First and 10. Here's Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
He's got Brown on the slant. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Azeez Al-Shaair that time on the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Hurts now from the gun. That one's caught along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he only gets this one down to the 9. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia! What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
On now is Cook to kick this away. Has this at the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. So now it's the Texans' turn to take the field for the first time. And leading them out is the second overall pick back in the 2023 draft from the Ohio State. It's C.J. Stroud.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
This is complete to Schultz. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. On play action, here's Stroud. He's throwing deep to the left side. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Stroud off the play fake. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, these 3rd and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. That time on 3rd and short, they can't get the job done.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Eagles will take possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Hurts. And that's knocked away. The linebacker got him in the middle of the field. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. From the pistol, Hurts. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Back to throw, Hurts. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Hurts throwing again. That's into the hands of Barkley. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
A play fake, now Hurts to throw. He's got Devontae Smith. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Slot man in motion left. Hurts trying again on 2nd down. Smith pulls this one in along the sideline. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Now Hurts. Completed to his running back. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles drive out to an early 14-0 lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. Return starts at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And Brock, we got a pretty good idea how a lot of the playoff picture is going to shake out, but still some time left for things to change near the end of the season. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They're going play action. Into the hands of Schultz. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
That one's incomplete over the middle. Almost the completion of the wrong team there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this one gets out of bounds. It was pushing some distance towards the goal line, but gets out at the 5. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And you always got to watch him when you're down near the red zone. He is sitting 2nd right now among all NFL quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They send a man in motion. Throwing from near his own goal line. Has him on the quick hitter. We'll get out of bounds after a small gain. Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. Here's Hurts. Completed over the middle. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. They send him left out of the slot. 1st down throwing for Hurts. This finds Smith. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Kamari Lassiter getting up there to make the stop. Second and 8. Escapes the pocket. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. They're set up at the 35 now. First and 10. Here's Hurts. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. Brought in inside the 20. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a 20-zip lead. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. On now is Cook to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. And they may say they're not paying attention, but everybody maintaining a constant eye on the current playoff picture. A lot on the line each week for the teams that think they have what it takes to make a run in the postseason. Schultz with the catch. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's good for the Texans. First down.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
Shotgun now for Stroud. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it sets up a Houston first. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. This is complete to Schultz. And they take him down right along the 30.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
3rd down, 1 yard to go.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
From the gun, Stroud. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Everly's kick is good. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. And following the play, we've got a break in the action as the trainers head out. They had a man hurt on the play, and hopefully this doesn't affect his availability for the playoffs. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Taken in by Smith. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. That stop coming from Henry To'o. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Hurts now from the gun, him over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Now it'll be a punt on 4th down with Logan Cook out to boot it. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. 10. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. They'll come up 1st and 10.
That's good for the Texans.
On the draw, it's Pacheco. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 39. He completes it in traffic. This is ahead for about 5. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll run it. Here's Pacheco. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. Tommy Townsend on to punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And he's kept up the pace all season long. To the point, look, he's in the top 5 across the NFL in passing.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. On third down, it's Hurts. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. The Eagles are in punt formation. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And he's just going to fair catch this one. That's brought in at the 39-yard line. Whistle sound as the defense decides to call timeout. A give to Pacheco to start the drive. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Sidney Brown in on that stop. From the 42. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. The Texans at a disadvantage on the scoreboard. And the Birds bring out the nickel look. Third down coming up. Here's Stroud now. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but they sent it out to New York just to be safe, and the folks there saw enough to change that call. First down, Stroud. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
He'll throw it yet again. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Here's Stroud. Complete to Dell. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out. Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. This 32 yards out on the right hash.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Kickoff taken at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. He'll get this one to Brown. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's on the move. He takes it himself. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 48. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Hurts to throw. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. All set up now for 1st and 10. Throwing here, Hurts. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Now Hurts. And oh, he got it! Interception! Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. He'll cobble together a yard there. Zach Bond with the tackle. Not a big window for those halftime speeches. They're right back out of the locker room and set to resume play with the 3rd quarter. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Texans are headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. And the running. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 26.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into the hands of Schultz. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. 3rd down, 1 yard to go.
3rd and 1.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
A 7-yard gain. And the Texans first down.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 44-yard line.
Back to throw, Stroud. Schultz with the catch. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's a gain of 4.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Trying for the deep ball. Looking for Collins, and it's intercepted. Cooper to Gene in to pick it off. And the Eagles will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
At their own 43-yard line.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. We'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. Hurts trying again on 2nd down. That's into the hands of Barkley. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Hurts setting up to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. The rookie from Georgia has it. Well, they left the locker room in front. Great shaky start to half number 2 with that interception.
We know that no lead in the NFL is safe. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. How many of these games so often come down to one possession in the end? With a half of football left, you just can't give away too many gifts and too many possessions.
Pass taken in by Diggs. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Eagles' 11-yard line.
The 2nd down run by Pacheco. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, Stroud. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Throwing is Stroud. He's on the move. Less than a yard, all that's needed on 4th and goal.
A 9-yard gain. It's now 4th and goal.
To the air, Stroud. Has it at the back of the end zone, but the throw carries him out of bounds. It's incomplete. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Back to throw, Hurts. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Slot receiver headed left. 1st down throwing for Hurts. Short pass brought in. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Hurts now from the gun. Barkley's got it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Hurts throwing again. Completed over the middle. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Jalen Petrie there on the stop. From the 32. He's got Brown on the slant. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. Option play. They give it to Barkley. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. They'll motion Brown right. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he fought the good fight there just to make it back to the line. And the Texans go in nickel coverage, 3rd down. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Hurts looking to throw. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. 2nd down. Hurts throwing again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. 3rd and 4 coming up now. A play fake. Now Hurts to throw. He rolls to his right. He's running for it. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. It is a 44-yard look from the right hash. The kick by Hopkins is good. And it's a 3-score game now, an 18-point lead.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Stroud. Digs there to bring it in. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
Brings up second and 2.
From the 37. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
Incomplete. He was defended by Brian Cook.
Now it's Stroud. That's caught for the first. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 48.
Stroud from the pistol. And a man is there to knock that away. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. And he breaks out the slide. Didn't want to take a hit, but he is just shy of the first down marker.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They'll run it with Pacheco. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon. And he's brought down for a loss. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. This offense looking to converge as they come up on 3rd down. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. They'll bring out the punter here. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Getting about 50 yards of boots so far, and here's another quality effort. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it's going to be Texans football. And he has enough room to gain about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
26. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Shotgun now for Stroud. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They're now set for 1st and 10.
10 yards. And the Texans.
Here's Stroud. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. So now we get a stoppage. Looks like a timeout called by the defense. Stroud to throw again on 2nd. He's got it over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Stroud now. That's incomplete. Trying to set up the screen there. 3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Motioning the tight end now. Desperation time here on 4th. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs. First down, a run with Barkley. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Off the play fake, he's going to... And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They're going to run with Barkley. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Eagles very close to an 11th win this season. Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal. Barkley. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Eagles keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. His third total score this game. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Texans 6.
On now is Cook to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Houston's offense back out now. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud. Complete to Dell. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw, Stroud. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. To the air, Stroud. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Trying to find Stephon Diggs. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Throwing Isaiah Pacheco. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Stroud. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up. Need a conversion. They're throwing for it. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. With the win in hands, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Barkley trying this up the gut. And they take him down right along the 30. So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win.